everybody getting themselves into on this? What's today? Thursday? You already know we at work decided to hop on, chop it up with individuals. It was the talk of the town. Is going down. The wood in the curve. You heard me. You already know here in Southern California it's a hot as fuck day. Hot as fuck, but it's a beautiful day. But it's scorching. Well, let me just set this up. Yeah, so it's right now it's to be indoors or at the pool or the beach or anywhere with water. Because this shit ain't no joke. Now here in Southern California, um, stuff has kind of simmered down. It's not as chaotic and hectic as it's been these past weeks. So we do have that at least. Even though things are still popping off, it's not as bad. I was seeing that the problem still considering the fact that I think I used to try to go to Dodger Stadium, but they weren't allowed. Right? They were actually kicked out by the Dodgers. So that's actually pretty cool. I don't know what they wanted to go to Dodger Stadium for, but Dodgers told them Chales. So, because it's within their rights. So who knows? Maybe other businesses might, take notes. They might actually do what the Dodgers did, right? Uh, when these individuals try to, take advantage of I guess, the legal system. Because it has been getting out of hand, in certain areas, right? Especially them, doing road checks, right? Where they're just stopping random vehicles and asking for documentation. Because um, there's discrimination, harassment. But yeah, but individuals nowadays, they just tend to do whatever the fuck they feel like they want to do. So shit is crazy. But that's good to know. But it also gave people well, we're aware now that they're around the area of Dodger Stadium, right? So around um, the northeast of Los Angeles. So far those people around that area. What's cracking like Mr. Pasa? It's definitely up in the casa for the raza. What's cracking like in Alex Jones' mom? What's good? What's good, Shadow? Uh, right now. That's right, my boy. Hey, how's it been so far? How do you like it so far? Cool or you're still getting used to it? The MICE rate's getting out of hand. Yeah, bro. Like I said, when I was going home yesterday, they were stopping random cars. They had like a fucking thing. So shit was a trip. It's right here by Boyle Heights. I was like, what the hell? It's a trip. Everyone be safe. Serio, should be cracking. It ain't no joke. Hello there. No, yeah, but they just be asking random people now for documentation. Like you gotta carry around your birth certificate and shit. Shit's crazy. Like, you know what? I'm gonna stop this guy because he doesn't look like he's American. Bro, what's good, Hector? And I thought California different. Illegal. Man, this president and his staff, they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about the law. Bro, they be battling judges, arresting their fucking uh their ops, as they like to call it, the Democrats. What's cracking like in Dashpool? What's good, carnal? it's an intense program. I feel when there was a lot going on. So where I go. All right, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, it gets some time. It gets some time to get used to it. So Swifty Blue is good, huh? Swifty Blue is good. I don't get it. That's why I could never be friends with anyone who voted or supports Trump or the Republican Party. I don't like them either, but I'm definitely not gonna be friends with them. Ah, well, I mean, it's within the rights if they want to be Republicans or vote for Trump. That doesn't make them bad people. You know what I mean? Some individuals are just not informed. A lot of them are not informed, actually, for that matter. A lot of them just have a dislike for Democrats, right? It's not so much that they like Trump; they just hate the Democrats. You know what I mean? Because a lot of these individuals don't even know, Donald Trump's agenda to say that that they're down with all of Donald Trump's ideologies. Because I mean, Donald Trump never shares his ideas. Nobody knows what Donald Trump is about to do or is doing. You know, that motherfucker don't plan shit. That fool just be doing as he pleases. That's why it must be horrible working for him. Having to fucking clean up his mess and having to be running around out of nowhere trying to fucking de-escalate shit. There's ICE agents are back east. Never seen a brown folk. Serio. Well, there's a ray of sunshine under all that dark meat. My morals and their morals just don't line up. I feel you on that one. They are talking about the situation that happened yesterday about the few members in prison organization getting in an altercation trying to. Oh yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't know nothing about it. That's crazy. It's on the internet now, man. What a trip. I think I had seen a few people, ask me about that in my email, but you already know I just don't go into those conversations. So. So like, beats me. He said the big homies. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy, no? Taking little kids lunch money. People want to be gangsters. The big bad legends had nothing better on their prison politics. I don't know nothing about any of that. The prison politics. What is that? Says Trip. It's a Democrat and Republicans. Serio, huh? Yeah, you be getting man. When I see when I was watching some videos where they're interviewing, several Trump supporters, right? And they're trying to get their perspective, on political matters, right? Considering that they're at a rally, so you would figure if they're at a rally, then they must be up on game with the politics, right? I mean, they're there, acting patriotic, right? But then have absolutely no fucking idea of nothing that's going on, which is crazy in itself. It's almost as funny as when Trump tries to talk about United States history, right? But then gets it all wrong. Another sunny day out in the free world. Yep, you should enjoy the free world. It's a beautiful thing. I don't know why individuals want to talk like if they're still incarcerated and shit like that, right? Like, hey, homie, if we were in there, you know what would have happened, though? Well, guess what? We're not, bro. Like, I'm going to teach you guys how to make a spread. Why? Why? You not see all this great food that's out here? Why the fuck would you eat a spread? My God, that shit is fucking stupid, bro. Never once kicking it with the homies has any of the homies said, hey, fool, you want a spread? Meaning out here. Like, these fools try so hard, man, to fucking, you know, to paint themselves as gangster to the audience. This shit's crazy. It's a trip. Food be eating like if they're still like that. I know, bro. Like all this bomb ass food around, bro. Why the fuck would I eat a spread, bro? Why? I mean, my spread game was never all elite or nothing like that, but like, come on. Even if it was, bro, like, come on now, homie. So stupid. Hey, my boy. You okay? You gangster, bro. It's all right. It's like, why are people seeking validation on the internet for? Yeah, I'm saying, like, it is not good, bro. It is not good, bro. Nobody's trying to eat no spread. You know what I'm saying, bro? Se pasan de verga esos güeyes, no mamen. Hey, homie. Hey, he's lucky, man, because if we were being the pinta, you know. Oh, my. No, I never heard a homie say some shit like that, bro. None of the homies ever talk about that shit. Ever. Ever. Nobody's sitting around and hearing this motherfucker talk about his fucking prison war stories. Shit doesn't happen. Only on the internet do you find this kind of behavior. Only on the internet, bro. Like, people want that respect that they had lost. Trying to gain it back. People think that being higher level yard makes them more gangster. If anything, makes them. You know what, bro? The level yard shit, bro, is only an internet thing, bro. It was never a thing in the streets. Like, no, your level of yard doesn't matter out here. Nobody gives a fuck what level you were in, bro. When you're getting banged on, nobody's asking you, hey, what level were you in? You know what I mean? They're asking you where you're from. You say the wrong thing, you're getting smoked despite whatever fucking level you were in. Doesn't matter. You know, no one cares for that information. You know, nobody gives a fuck about that type of information. You know, no one's gonna be like, hey, nah. Hey, you can't light that fool up. He was on a level 4 yard. All right. You get what I'm saying? Nobody gives a fuck about that shit, fool. Nobody's asking you that. You're not wowing nobody with that shit either. Only people, like, I'm telling you, only you find that kind of behavior on the internet, bro. I have never fucking once ever heard such nonsense ever in my life. Only on here. And I'm telling you, and it's because these individuals want to paint themselves as the toughest, the craziest, the downest. They want that recognition from the audience, bro. They want the audience to see them this way. You know, like, oh, they're some tough, stone cold killers or shit. Right? But then they say that they don't care for that kind of shit, or that they left that behind. But yeah, then why else would they do what they're doing, right? If not for that reason, right? Because as soon as you say that they're not gangsters, they get mad. They get mad. You know what I mean? Fucking pussy, you wouldn't last in my shoes. Hey, bro, I thought you didn't care about the gangster life. I thought you didn't give a fuck about none of that shit no more. So why are you getting mad for? You would figure they would say like, oh no, well good, I don't want to be considered a gangster. I'm no longer that. The opposite happens. They don't care for that kind of shit. But yet, they grown up already. But yet, they're past all of that. But yet, their lives are wrong. Okay. I would assume not getting gets you more respect. Yeah. I've been with individuals, and I know this for a fact because, like I said, I've been with them in times, right, that have put in work and that have never gotten caught, bro. You know, that had never gotten busted. But I know they put in work because I've been with them, right? Not to say that their luck isn't gonna run out, right? But you know, sometimes that's just how it is. Like, bro, how'd you put in work for your neighborhood, bro? You did one, like, you got busted and you were down for like fucking 20 years. When did you ever ride on the enemies? Talking all this work you put in. Because like I said, even incarcerated, bro, it is not cracking like that. Like people say, like on a daily, on a day to day, like where there's like warfare every day. Most of the time, ain't shit happening. See why? See, that's why I don't like even the conversations getting brought up. Because then we start talking about shit that's irrelevant. Junk food makes my stomach hurt now. Like what? Like too much sweets? They treat breast like it's gourmet. Next week, another fake Paul fight with Cesar Chavez's son. Paul, the YouTuber guy is fighting Cesar Chavez's son? Hey, my money's on Paul. I don't know. Cesar Chavez's son, I don't know. I could be wrong, but fuck. That fool just doesn't, he doesn't have the passion for boxing. If he agreed to this fight, it's for one reason and one reason only. He needed the money. You know, it's not because he actually cares for the sport. That you can tell that he doesn't care for the sport. He doesn't have the same drive and hunger. You know, it's just a payday to him. The fake sports people have no shame. Nah, because they know that's what brings in the views, right? People just desperately want to see, you know, that Jake Paul get his ass whooped. That's literally what people are tuning in for and paying for. Because apparently he can't be a good boxer. It's impossible. It's like the most impossiblest thing on this planet. Like what? Well, if he actually is committed and is actually really training and is actually really taking it seriously, why can't he be a great boxer? Who says he can't be a good boxer? Who says he can't actually win legit? You know what I mean? Like, let's say if he puts his mind to it, why can't he be? Why is it impossible? Is it because he used to be a YouTuber? And what the fuck does that have to do with anything? I get it. He's an idiot and shit like that, right? But I'm saying, like, why would it be impossible? And I get it. Well, look at the people he's fighting and stuff like that. I know, but that's what's bringing in the money, though. Those motherfuckers are racking it, you know, more money than some of these great, you know, professional boxers, you know, that have been doing it for a long time when it comes to money, which is sad in itself, right? If you really think about it. Right? Because this guy just came out of nowhere and now is making more than them. And fighting, you know, fucking stupid shit, right? Who's buying the fake boxing? This was hot Cheetos with beef jerky. Have you heard about the rapper Little? Nah. Fools be acting like they was in blood in, blood out. Give me some chon chon. Be sucking fingers? Should be looking crazy. Or FY. Wait, YFN? Nah, I haven't. You look like you're 4'11. You're close. We're actually 5'9, so we're still short. But I don't know what height has to do with anything, though. Kind of random, but have you noticed how Vlad loves to ask his guests about homosexuality in prison for some? Does he? I guess because it's always the most common used joke, right? That, I don't know, he feels like maybe that would bring in some type of juicy substance to the conversations, right? Considering it's a joke that everybody likes to use. Like, if you're talking about dealing with these individuals, nobody's talking about homosexual and gay shit like that, bro. You talk about gay shit, you're gonna get killed, period. You're gonna think you're gay and you're just gonna get fucking cut up. You know, nobody's playing that kind of shit. Well, at least not in the, you know, main line. Maybe in other parts, right? But not in the main line, though. He keeps telling people that the reason why I never went to prison is because I watched the movie of Mercury. But but that's not real though. That all that part was fucking fabricated though. Like, look at Vlad. Relax, Vlad. Ain't nobody trying to fucking bone you, my guy. My guy over here thinking that everybody wants him. Fucking guy. That fool thinks highly of himself, huh? Like, look at you, Vlad. Nah, but he can't be an officer. He's just a civilian, though, right? Like, you have to look at it from his perspective. He's a journalist, right? Well, he's a person that interviews people. The reason he asks the questions he asks is because those are the questions that people want to know, right? These are the questions that is going to get people to tune in, to, watch his shit. And him being a civilian, regular day person, right? He gets to ask those questions. Now, it's the person's fault who he's interviewing if he decides to discuss those matters, right? Because in all true reality, if he really doesn't want to talk about it, right, all they have to say is, I ain't going to talk about that next question. And that's it. Vlad's going to have to move on to the next question. What are you going to do? Hold him hostage and force him to talk? No, right? Like, it's off to the next question. It's these motherfuckers that choose to talk. It's these fools that burn themselves. And then they want to be mad at Vlad and mad at other people. Like, bro, you only got yourself to blame, fool. All you had to say was next question, bro. But nah, you chose to dive in, had this conversation with this individual for some strange reason. Because you wanted to look cool on the internet. I don't know for what reason. You know what I mean? It would be different if Vlad is somebody from the streets, right? Like if he's from a gang, right? And then him asking those questions because it's like, fool, we're not supposed to be talking about that kind of shit. So why the fuck are you asking that kind of shit? Then that's when people would be able to call them like officer or whatever the fuck, right? Right? Because it's like, the hell, like like why the fuck you asking that kind of shit for? But Vlad's just a civilian, so Vlad's just like just asking whatever the people want to know. And you already know 9 times out of 10, people always want to know the negativity, unfortunately. Not just in prison, but also on the streets. Would homies ever randomly call each other? That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, ain't nobody playing like that. Or joke around by calling each other. Yeah. Or bitch or anything like that. What's cracking like Trump fumbling immigration now, wanting war with Iran? Wasn't this the very same individual that said that he wasn't? If you guys vote for me, you guys would never have to worry about war. If Kamala would be there, World War III. Me, you don't have to worry about war. But here we are, huh? Fucking tweeting about how you're gonna kill the president of Iran. That you guys know where he's at, right? And if you guys wanted to, you guys could kill him. You guys are thinking about it, which is how crazy is that, bro? The president of a country tweeting on his social media how he knows where the president of another country is at, and that they could kill him, but they're not. But they're thinking about it though. That's practically you're declaring war on them, bro. You're threatening the one president's threatening another president's life. That's practically war in itself, bro. And you're doing it on social media? Fucking goofball. And you can't even keep your fucking staff, to keep their mouth shut. You got fucking Ted Cruz over here fucking spilling the beans about how you guys fucking were bombing fucking Iran. And it's like, well, on the press conference, they said that you guys weren't involved. No, I mean, we weren't involved. We were just helping them. No, but you guys said, yeah, nice one, Ted. Fucking goofball. Trump net banging. Serio, bro, that fool's being a keyboard warrior. That shit's crazy. Motherfucker tweeting at 2 a.m., 6 a.m. I don't know what he on. Was on a good one, huh? Sniffing a fat ass line off of fucking Ivanka's butt cheeks. He hates the soldiers. Oh, Trump? He was blaming the soldiers for the parade? He said that he didn't like how they were smiling and waving. He said that he wanted them to look, serious, intimidating, not smiling and waving. And he blamed his Secretary of Defense. He was blaming him as the reason why the parade was whacked. Like, bro, it's your fault. That fool just had to fucking take it, huh? That shit is crazy. No, this is fake news. Okay, bro. Everything is fake news, bro. Except whatever you say. Iran a chance to make an agreement. That is the worst way to negotiate. The hope, Pedro, is limited Iran nuclear program. I know, but they already had a treat. They already had an agreement, right? But Donald Trump tore it up, though. I don't know why. Right? I mean, everybody was wondering the same thing. That why did he do that? But that motherfucker really don't have no real answer for anything. Trump is also probably a snitch. A snitch on what? It was spill the beans if he was captured. Oh yeah, for sure, bro. Oh yeah, nothing comes before Trump, bro. Nothing. Well, to Trump at least. Not even his own kids. Yeah, take Trump Jr. Just spare me. Serio, they stopped ICE from entering Dodger Stadium. Ohtani said that he would fucking, if they try to come in, that he was going to start batting away. And they want none of that fun. Trump would never, ever be able to show loyalty to criminal. Oh, no, yeah, he's selfish, bro. Trump doesn't know loyalty. Trump is loyal to nobody but himself. Like, how do you know he don't care about his kids? How do you know that fool's not? Bro, he was smashing a porn star instead of being there at the birth of his son. I could be there to see my son, being born, or I could be sleeping with a porn star. I think I'm going to choose whatever makes me happier, which is satisfying my sexual needs. So, fuck that. So, I mean, what do I need to, provide a different scenario? I mean, what more do you need? You would figure that your kids come first, right? So you would be there to see your son you would, want to be there when your son is being born into this planet, right? But that motherfucker rather go fucking sleep with a porn star. And we know that that's not a lie, right? Because of evidence. Tony's a down ass fool. Serio. Who's got the long socks and everything. Dodgers under new ownership. Lakers también, no? I just finished eating birria. Damn, my boy. Shit. Eso es todo, carnal. Se aman. Trump don't love his kids unless they're unless they're actually providing something, for him. The individual he uses and abuses. I was rooting for the Braves since I live, but hey, that's good though, bro. Loyalty to where you at. You know what I mean? I feel you. The reason why I go for the teams that I go for. Imagine being a Browns fan. There's no such thing. They don't have a fan base. Being a Browns fan is almost as bad as being an Angels fan. Because the Angels, man, they can't get their shit together, bro. Never. Or a Clippers fan. Like, come on, Clips, what's going on with y'all? Get it together, baby. Get it together. It's like there's some organizations that just suck ass, bro. They can't just, I don't know, they just are cursed or whatever. like the Browns or the Raiders or Clippers or the Hornets or the fucking Angels. What did you think about the Braves, though? The Braves are cool. They got a, pretty good squad. Got to give their talent some time to develop. Trump wouldn't even save his kids if they were. Oh no. Oh no, depends which one though. If it's his daughter, he'll do it for his daughter. Ivanka, but the rest no. Like Trump, they kidnapped your child. Oh no, which one? Trump Jr. Oh, it's fine. Ivanka. Oh no, not Ivanka. Why couldn't they take the other one? The fat one or the ugly one or the other one that tries to beat me, but it will never. Young one that's maybe it's not even mine. I don't know. I like elite teams, but I feel you, bro. I feel you. He'll just let him. Yeah. Ice is watching you right now. Que vengan por mí. Ice, baby. Ah. Oh yeah, Charger fans is the other one too. I forgot about them. Yeah, because Chargers can never seem to pull it together either. All right, gentlemen, my let's break is over. We got to get back to it. It was good chopping it up with you guys, and we out.